Well, who's tired of cold weekends? Well, you know what? It is spring and it's ups and downs, but you know what? We're finally going to get there. We are past now the freeze-free date for central Indiana. It doesn't mean it can't freeze, because we know we have some cold temperatures coming up, but on average, so now we're looking at that frost-free date, which is around Mother's Day, around the 10th and 12th of May. So, but there's still lots you can do. And I turn our attention to nursery stock and different plants. You know what people like now, if we all think about sometimes our parents and with the house we grew up in, how the shrubs just kind of ate the house and kind of would overtake everything. Well, now the genetics in some plants, they really have a lot of plants that stay small. I had a spirea when I was in my 20s in my first house that I swore I'd never have another spirea because the things got massive. I mean, these old school spirea. Well, this one now stays at just 2 foot by 2 foot. So it's called Double Play Gold. It's a nice variety, and there's other ones. There's Little Princess, which is a good one. The Little Henry right here is also, actually will accept some shade, does okay in partial sun and sun as well, and really 2 to 3 foot wide and tall, has blooms on it. So now that is deciduous, so it's going to drop its leaves, but really a great plant, especially something that'll take the shade. That's always great. This little plant here, so that's the problem in the garden center when you grab these plants and you think, oh boy, well this thing gets 4 foot wide. This one gets 12 foot wide. Picture, it's like, oh, we're going to plant a little evergreen right out by the door, and then it overtakes the house. 12 foot wide, so you'll be trimming. So there's other ones. This is Mr. Bowling Ball, which gets about 3 to 4 foot wide and tall, but easy to trim. And this one right here, this is Fire Chief Arborvitae, and really is just a little 2 to 3 foot wide, 2 to 3 foot tall. Stays real nice, beautiful foliage, really a popular one. Spireas, when you were a kid, remember how massive they were? Well, this one right here is 5 to 7 foot tall and wide, which one is it? And here's the funny thing, it's a dwarf Korean lilac. Wouldn't you hate to see the one that's not dwarf? But right here, this one is called Baby Kim. And this one is just a couple foot tall, couple foot wide. Oh, sorry. And it's and just has some, it's very fragrant. So there are plants out there for you, so it doesn't take for those small spaces that you might have. You want a smaller garden. Hydrangeas, these are the easy ones. These are not the blue and pink ones. This is the paniculatas, which are the white ones. Well, the first ones that came out, Limelight, which is still really popular. And again, look how small it is. It's adorable. 6 to 8 foot tall. And I have those in my house, and I can attest they get that tall. So you can get smaller ones. There's called a Little Lime now. This is a Bobo, tons of colors, and stays really small. Remember, when you plant, dig the hole twice as wide. Mix in just a little bit. You got to keep a lot of the dirt that's there. Fertilize it. There's a lot to do in the garden.